Cheers, y'all.
Well. Welcome back, all you beautiful people, to the Smoking and Toasting radio program and podcast, brought to you by the fine folks over at mycigartshirts.com. Cigar-related t-shirts and hoodies and other whatnot with snarky sayings for you cigar lovers out there. mycigartshirts.com, because cigars. How's everybody doing today? So today we ran into a little stumbling spot. Cruze can't make it today. It was last minute. I tried to get somebody in within the last 45 minutes, but that's a little bit high demand to say, hey, dude, whatever you're doing, drop it and come in here in 45 minutes. So I just decided to come in and at least do a little bit part of the show to keep it somewhat normal. We will be back in full force next week like normal, but for now, I figured I'd come in and give you what's going on, Bruce. I see you on there. I figured I'd come in and give you guys a rundown on what's going on today. So normally this is the point in the program where Cruze would ask me if I've had a chance to smoke a cigar, and I have. As a matter of fact, I went over to Casa de Monte Cristo today and talked with Ken over there. Ken is such a he's, I think, the regional manager out there. Yeah, I think that's what it is. He's such a nice guy, and I asked him what was new and awesome. He turned me on to a cigar, the Monte Cristo 135th anniversary. I picked the number 2. This was a 56 by 6 1/8 torpedo. It was very nice. It was Nicaraguan in origin. I didn't get a chance to get the wrapper, binder, and filler information and all that other stuff as I was trying to text people to see if I could get them to come on the show. So you'll have to go with a little less information on that point. But let me tell you about this cigar. This cigar had the appearance of dark coffee brown with a golden black label. Very solid box press. Felt awesome in the hands. Very firm feel. Leathery wrapper with very few veins. Smooth, a little bit oily overall. The pre-light sniff on this cigar. I got earth. I got barnyard. I got sweet spices at the foot. There was not a lot of nose on most of the cigar, but at the foot, the cigar definitely had a bit of a bouquet. The pre-light draw on this, I used a clip. It had a light draw to it. Sweet cappuccino, hints of dark chocolate and fruit, fermented hay, fresh cut lumber, and a kiss of pepper. The initial light on this is a Nicaraguan cigar, and it had the Nicaraguan pepper blast. I need to write a song for that. Maybe I'll do that sometime in the next few weeks. We'll see how that goes, because that'd be fun to insert in there. It has to be a metal song because it's Nicaraguan pepper blast, right? The initial light on this Nicaraguan pepper blast, cedar, underlying sweet toast, classic tobacco flavors, retrohales, peppery, and cedar. The first third of this cigar, cedar and sweet, leather, earth, backed by pepper and a touch of cinnamon I got on there. Medium strength comes across in a complex bouquet of flavors while remaining creamy and sweet. Cedar dryness kind of teases the palate into a mouth-watering finish that yearns for the next puff. Solid ash, perfect burn. The second third of the cigar, dark fruit, cedar, pepper, and sweet cinnamon toast defines the next stage of the journey. Cedar dryness and pepper create the backbone, allowing more complex flavors to take turns with each puff. Retrohale is cedar and leather with a touch of sweet cinnamon toast. Solid ash, perfect burn. The last third on this cigar, tangy leather notes move forward with the cedar and pepper. Slightly nutty flavors surface from time to time, taking turns with coffee, earth, dark fruit, bitter chocolate, sweet cinnamon toast. Retrohale is leather, pepper, and sweet nuttiness. Solid ash, perfect burn. So this is a brand new cigar. It just came out yesterday or day before, I think. So I was lucky to get in there and get one real soon. This is a $16 cigar. It's not a cheap one, but I gave it a solid 6. This is a fantastic cigar. It's up there with the Alma Fuerte and a bunch of other ones that are in the $20 range easily, and I would be super happy with this cigar even at that price range. So I gave it a solid 6 on the price to quality. For those of you not familiar with the price to quality scale, this is a scale that goes from 1 to 10, but it's a sliding scale. It works in the way, like, if you get a 5, you get exactly what you pay for. If you get less than 5, you probably have an okay cigar, but wish you didn't pay quite so much for it. And if you get over 5, it's punching a little above its price class. And at $16, that's a pretty tough one to do. That's a lot when you get into a $16 cigar, because you expect a lot from a $16 cigar. If anyone out there has had that, I'd love to see some comments on it. I think it was fantastic. I don't usually reach for Monte Cristo cigars just due to the ubiquitous nature of them, and generally speaking, they're on the milder side. So for me, the Monte Cristos, which are always good, I'd never turn one down, but I just don't generally reach for them because they're generally more mild. This was not. This was in the medium category, definitely, but great complex flavors, and definitely worth the price. And at that price, you can treat it as a fantastic special occasion cigar. That would work out really nice. Alan, Howard, Brianna, I see all you out there watching. That's awesome. Love it. So Cruze today couldn't make it. He called last minute, and this is, I think, the first time he's ever in what episode is this? 264 and a half, because, it's just me. So 264 episodes. Cruze has never called last minute and can't make it, so he obviously doesn't take this very lightly, but I hope he gets to feeling a little bit better. We don't think it's coronas. It has different symptoms going on, so let's all keep him in our thoughts, and pardon me, hope he's doing much better. I'm sitting here with St. Arnold H-Town Pilsner as my show beer today. Unfortunately, I was already out of the house and almost here when Cruze called without enough time to stop and get any beers or anything to talk about. So I'm just gonna do a short episode today. I've got my cigar review, which I already did. That was fun. I also have a bit of drinking news for you. So I'm gonna dive. We're gonna jump right into the last segment of the show normally, because this usually happens as a second to last segment. The last segment's very short, but we're gonna dive straight into that, and I'm gonna do what is now one of the most popular parts of the show. I'm gonna do our drinking news. Now it's time for drinking news. Now it's time for drinking news. A Florida man with one arm said he had a gator for a pet. When asked about his absent arm, he said, I
had to take my gator to the vet.
Drinking news. Now it's time for drinking news. Cheers, y'all. Let's give a round of applause to Adam back there to cover that part of it. All right, drinking news. This is this is a story that's just so bizarrely outlandish. My wife had to send it to me because she couldn't believe it. This is from USA Today, actually, which, as far as I know, is reasonably reputable. It's anti-vaxxer tells supporters that the new COVID antidote is... Wait. That the new COVID antidote is... Are you ready for this? Go ahead.
Can I guess what it is?
Go ahead.
Drinking your own pee.
How did you know? I mean, why didn't I think of that? Oh, because it's drinking your own pee. Urine therapy. As the pandemic has evolved and vaccinations have become politicized, the door is open for some questionable alternatives to treat COVID-19. Urine therapy, where advocates encourage people to drink their own urine. It's just funny to say. Where advocates encourage, let me say it one more time. Advocates encourage people to drink their own urine. Tap into its redemptive properties is among the latest and a recent video calling the therapy the next COVID antidote was viewed over 366,000 times. I have to assume that some of these people are taking it seriously. I hope that the most of those are just as flabbergasted by this as I am. Like, I know how the body works to some degree, okay? I at least know certain things. If your body squeezes it out, it's probably not good to put it back in 90% of all cases, right? I've never thought to myself, man, I just sweat a lot. I should drink that after a good workout. Like, who God, I just lost a lot of sweat through my, a lot of salt through my sweat. I should just, I just don't understand like where these people brains. I've seen a rise in anti-vaxxers and conspirators supporting urine, Viagra, and other odd alternatives to the vaccine, says Dr. Amanda Torres, a physician at Winchester Hospital in Boston. It's dangerous. Let's not even go to it's dangerous. Let's just go to ew. Like, ew. Who wants to drink their own urine? Like, that's pretty far out. Christopher Key, who travels the country to preach about the dangers of vaccines and masks, has taken to promoting urine therapy as his on his Vaccine Police website. Okay, I know to a lot of you this sounds crazy, guys. God's given us everything we need, said Key, who claims tons of research is in quotations there. Tons of research has been done on this urine therapy. Tons of research. Not citing anything specific, by the way, just tons of it. There's no scientific or peer-related research claims to support Key's claims, it says. Key's Twitter account was suspended as of Tuesday morning, but his Telegram account, where Key often promotes his beliefs, remains active. Yeah. Do you have anything to say about this? Adam's helping me out here.
No, I was just Googling, like, what are the science behind it. I was just really genuinely curious. I'm like, is there any scientific evidence out there? And it's just like, everything I see is just nothing
There's
good.
tons of research, he said. Tons. Tons of research. You know, at the end of the day, I mean, you can try. Look, you're not me. It's probably not something I'm going to do. But you know, you do what you want. At the end of the day, though, you're going to have piss breath. I mean, let's just talk about that for a second. There's other stuff that comes out of your body. You ever squeeze a zit and go, that should be back inside my body? Your body puts stuff out for a reason because it's not good to be in. So putting it back in and recycling it seems faulty. You know what? Even like a lot of those survival shows have been debunked on drinking your own pee. Like, don't do that. That's bad for you, right?
Yeah, it dehydrates you faster.
Yeah, it was. So it dehydrates. Adam says it dehydrates you even faster. It's already been like purged of its useful properties, and that's why your body's putting it out. You know, and especially here's a thought to consider: you're supposed to be hydrated to the point where your pee is mostly clear, right? So if it's not, man, that's bad. And I can't even believe I'm talking about this. We're talking about drinking pee. First off, it's pee. Don't drink it. I don't know what to say. Drinking your own pee. If you drink somebody else's pee, I think that's a fetish, right?
What if it was fermented pee?
Fermented pee.
Or say you're drinking a lot of beer, and when you pee after you've drank quite a bit of beer, it's usually kind of smells like beer. It's a little foamy.
Yeah, but
then like, you know what I mean? Like, imagine drinking that kind of pee. Like, if you just drink like straight water pee, it might not be as bad. But if you drink the beer pee, that's got to be 10
man, I had
times
fun
worse.
the first time I drank that. Maybe the second time's gonna be good too. I don't know. Like I said, you don't vomit something and then think to yourself, "Wow, I'm kind of hungry now. I should put that back in." Like, I just can't believe that people are thinking that your body puts this out. Oh, God gave us pee, so we need to put it back in our bodies. I don't understand. You know what? I'm going to stop right now because this is a ridiculous rant. It's absolutely crazy. I don't know. This is... it's hard to even fall into the psychology of this. Like, where does this guy... what goes through his mind to go, you know what I'll do instead of taking a vaccination? I'll drink this pee. I've been looking for something to do with it. I don't even know how that crosses your mind, right? Like, is there any part of my life? I'm looking back, and I've done some questionable things over the years, but I've never thought to myself, this pee should go back inside me. I've never once, never once. Even we've all like verped a little bit, right? Yep. You got to swallow that back. That's not pleasant. I mean, come on. This is just a real life thing, right? So, pee. Like, who wants to drink pee? Anybody out there have anything to say about this? Because I don't know. where to even go with this. You know what? I'm going to wrap it up right now because I literally can't get past the first part of it. Who thinks that's a good idea? You know, like, I don't know. Fermented pee. That's see, as crazy as alcohol and beer makers are. No one's thought of that, or if they have, it was a joke and you were drunk. You know, so that's all I got to say today for drinking news. So here it is. Nick Cook says, outside of not kink shaming, yeah, I don't know. Right, so, hey, if it's your kink, you go on with your bad self. It's not me. It doesn't affect me. I'm okay with it. Right? Drinking news, drinking news. Now it's time for drinking news. Cheers, y'all. All right. I don't have any other subjects, Liliana. I'm sorry. I love to see you on here. That was the drinking news for today. I didn't have time to put anything together for the show, so we're gonna go ahead and call it an end to the show today. And I hope you guys have a wonderful Thursday. I did want to show up on here since I was close to the area anyway, since I was on my way here, and do at least some segment to let you guys know that we're still here. We still love you guys, and we will be back in full force. I do believe we have somebody coming on next week. Is that true, Adam? Do you have an idea who that might be? Let's see. I'm going to look it up real quick. I should have had that up already. Next week, is that the 27th? Peter Clifton's going to be on.
That's not next week. That's the week after.
Oh, it's the week after. Okay, so next week it looks like it'll be me and Cruze again, and then the week after we'll have Peter Clifton. We actually have a pretty nice schedule coming up right now. We got Peter Clifton, we got Trey Boring from Cigar Rates of America. We got Mark Borrell. He's from the Rainbow Lodge. He's going to talk about Valentine's drinks and wines. He is so fun. If you guys haven't caught a show with him, he is so fun. We got Heaven's Door. Jordan Davis from Heaven's Door is going to come on February 24th. It looks like Sean Anger from Fox and Seeker. We had him on a bit earlier with Chris Morris. He did the show where we talked about the gin versus vodka martinis. That was a lot of fun. Fox and Seeker makes both gin and vodka. He reached out to me and has his new barrel-rested gin available. And so he said, how can I get you on? I said, why don't you just come on the show? Let's make that happen. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Those are some things coming up in the very near future. So I hope you guys are here to see it. And you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day.